This is a review of the series Chainsaw Man. Hi, my name is Adam, and I am going to review Chainsaw Man. I got a lot of flack recently for my review of the anime series Attack on Titan. But in fairness, my title for that review was Attack on Titan. I didn't like it. Come at me, bro. So I kind of invited that. But one of the criticisms was, well, there were two main criticisms. One is that I just don't like the genre, that being anime, or I don't like fantasy. And I have to say, I do like the genre of anime. I There are some anime that I really really liked, and they're not exactly like Attack on Titan, but I liked Rama 1.5 from a long time ago. I like Dan to Dan, very great, very creative, very fantasy, and I like Chainsaw Man. Um, and I think that it's hard to say why, actually, because the idea of Chainsaw Man is really ridiculous. So, in Chainsaw Man, it's a world where there are devils, like literal devils, and there are government agencies which are trying to control and eliminate the devils, and then they have the private sector also trying to get rid of devils for cash. And it's really, really great world building because you can see what kind of effect this would have on society. Like, a lot of people are poor, a lot of people can't afford their rent. So, people who don't have a lot of options go into this devil hunting business. And the story doesn't really center on Chainsaw Man per se. It centers around kind of what's happening around him. So, Chainsaw Man is a character named Denji, and he kind of befriends this chainsaw devil called what's his Pochita. And so basically, what happens is that Pochita is injured, and Denji uh, rescues Pochita. And because of that, Pochita feels very, very loyal to Denji. And then Denji is murdered by the mobster who his father was indebted to. And to try and save Denji, so basically, Denji makes Pochita make a promise like, if he dies doing this devil hunting business, he will Pochita will survive and go on and escape. And Pochita, like, is so moved by this sort of selflessness on Denji's part that when Denji dies, Pochita replaces his heart and becomes Denji's heart, giving Denji like a second chance at life. Because Denji would always talk about his dreams, and Pochita would be like, "Oh wow," but Pochita uh, is like a little tiny devil, so it doesn't really understand like the concept of big dreams, I guess, because Denji's dreams are really simple. He wants to um, do things that teenage boys would want to do with teenage girls. Let's just leave it at that. Um, but Pochita says that she, or it, really likes to listen to these dreams and wants Denji to have the chance to live out his dreams. So Pochita sacrifices itself to recreate Denji's heart, and this gives Denji the ability to turn into Chainsaw Man. So like, his arms can be chainsaws, his head is a chainsaw, and it looks ridiculous, but kind of cool. Um, yeah, so the story is about kind of Denji, not like, and things that are happening around the organization of the, I forget what they call it, like Division 4. So basically, this is a government agency which is fighting these devils. And like 5 years ago, something, there was a devil called the Gun Devil that arrived, and it killed 1 million people in Japan, so guns were banned after that. And the way the devils work in this world is really interesting. It's like, if you are scared of something, then you are more and more powerful. So, uh, most Japanese people not afraid of chainsaws. So the chainsaw devil is like really, really small. And then you have like the gun devil you don't actually see in the first season, and I haven't watched the movie yet, so I don't know if that arc is actually concluded then. Um, so, but then you have like another sword devil, and he's not as powerful as the gun devil, but you can see why people would be afraid of him. Um, yeah, so the world building, I think that's what I like about anime. And I think I talked about this, I'm not sure in which review, but I think the best thing about anime that sort of distinguishes it from Western animation is that they spend a lot of time on world building. So the world building of Chainsaw Man is interesting for me. The world building of Attack on Titan, not so much. And even though I do kind of know what happens in the end of Attack on Titan, I'm not curious. I don't want to watch the rest of it. And it's not because I don't like anime, and it's not because I don't like fantasy. It's just I don't like that particular story, right? It's not interesting for me. And, this might be uh, kind of a hot take as well. I also don't like Lord of the Rings. I don't like that kind of fantasy also. So there is fantasy that I like, and there is fantasy that I don't like. But I think the important part is that people can have opinions, and they can be different than yours. And it doesn't really matter because opinions are very, very subjective. And it's not like I'm saying that Attack on Titans is bad or anything. It's not bad, it's really good. The world building is good, brilliant. The animation is really, really good. And the writing is also really, really good. It's just, I don't like it, you know. And I do like Chainsaw Man. The difference between Chainsaw Man and Attack on Titans, like, and I don't know why I like one more than the other one. I don't know. I think maybe because, like, Denji is like a really simple guy, but you can kind of understand that his motivations are not that simple. You know, he wants to do the things that teenage boys and girls do, but then he gets what he wants partially, and he's dissatisfied. And you see that he didn't actually have the chance to grow up when he was a normal human, and Pochita has sacrificed itself to give him this chance to grow up. It doesn't mean that he's gonna accomplish all of his dreams. Growing up means that sometimes you're disappointed with your dreams. And I think that's a message that, speaks to me a bit more than the fact that you can be betrayed and the government can lie to you and, all of that stuff. It doesn't mean that Attack on Titan is bad or anything. No, 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 no. It's brilliant. It's just not for me. But yeah, I forgot who wrote that very, very long comment, but thank you for taking the time to write that if you're watching this review, because yeah, it kind of makes me feel like I'm going in the right direction when people can have some kind of reaction like that and be very coherent about the reasons that they love something, the reasons that they think that something is brilliant. Yeah, okay, here's the dad joke to reward you for watching until the end. How do you throw a party in space? You plan it. All right. If you liked what I do, please like the video, subscribe. I want to have 150 subscribers by the end of January, and I have 130 right now, I believe. So that's great. If you really, really like what I do, I have Patreon. It's kind of a weird concept, but go check that out. Anyway, thank you, and talk to you later. Bye-bye.